Hello, welcome to STEM School. In this lesson, we're going to learn how to apply Scrum in practice. Now, imagine you are a Scrum Master who joined an organization where Scrum is already applied. Okay, so you are going to work with a Scrum team where there is one product owner and 4 developers. And the team is developing features or developing new features for an existing customer relationship management system. Okay, so now you take a look at the backlog, product backlog here. There are these backlog items in the list. So there is the implement booking tool, update quote management, implement case management, update product management, create reports for sales department, update financial report. Okay, so these are the backlog items that here exist. Okay, so with the existing Scrum, okay, in the organization, it's a 2-week sprint. All right. So let's take a look at the calendar here. We got from here 14th until 25th. Okay, that's a sprint. Okay, 2-week sprint. So here's the meetings for 2-week sprint. Okay, so sprint planning meetings once every 2 weeks, an hour. Daily Scrum meetings 15 minutes. Backlog refinement meeting once a week, 1 hour per meeting. Sprint review once every 2 weeks, 1 hour meeting. And sprint retrospective once every 2 weeks, 1 hour meeting. Okay. So those are the meetings within one sprint. All right. So, and it is 2-week sprint. So we're going to take a look the next page. So from the product backlog, all right. So there is the two features, implement booking tool and update financial report. Those 2 features do have implementation steps that we need to take. That means they are ready for development and the steps are being listed. Okay. So, and for the other features, we took the assumption here that they are not ready for development yet. Okay. So that's the detailed version of the current product backlog. Okay. And now, as a Scrum Master, all right, when you start the sprint, you will have a sprint planning meeting with the Scrum team and the product owner. So it will be, most likely, it will be on the 14th, all right. That's an hour meeting. Okay. So what the Scrum team is going to do is that we are add the ready to develop PBIs or tasks to the sprint backlog. Okay. So what does that mean? So the previous table you've seen here, the product backlog, the features with the tasks listed, which they are already ready to develop. So those features and tasks will be added to the sprint backlog if the team capacity allows. Okay. So, and then the effort of each task is estimated, all right, with Fibonacci sequence. Okay. So every task here will have some estimations. All right, so usually whether it's 0.5, 1, or 2 maybe, and 0.5 here maybe, and 1 maybe, 1 and 0.5. So the effort will be estimated, okay? And then developers pick tasks, okay? They pick tasks that they think they are able to do and commit. So once they committed, they are committed that they can finish those tasks within that sprint, okay? So after 14th, all right, so the team, or we will have daily Scrum meeting, okay, from the 15th until the 25th, right? So that's in a sprint. So that will be every day 15 minutes stand up. So 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, and 25th. All right. So the topics on each meeting are what we've done yesterday, what we are going to do today, any blocking issues. So it's a quick update from each developers. Okay. And if there's blocking issues, Scrum Master will just help to remove those blocking issues or address them and try to remove them, or working with other resources and try to help the Scrum team to remove those blocking issues. Okay? So that's the daily Scrum meeting. All right? So after that, there will be backlog refine meeting. Okay, so usually once a week, it should be an hour per session. All right. So for the backlog refine meeting, we can put here on the 16th and 23rd. So let's say each Wednesday. So for each Wednesday, we are going to review product backlog items. All right. So that's the main list that you've seen at the beginning. Okay, so those list without detailed tasks. So we are going to prioritize backlog items, okay, so that once we got the prioritization, we will know which item we should go through first and which item is more important, right? And then for the high priority items, the team will together create tasks to be done for the backlog items. All right. So if the tasks could be created, that means the PBI, the product backlog items, is clear from requirement perspective and clear from the implementation perspective. That means the PBI is ready for development. Okay, so once the tasks are created, during the same time, the developers will try to estimate the efforts. Okay, so again, the estimation might not be accurate at the beginning, but there should be the step of estimating efforts. All right. So, and the efforts will be gradually updated during the sprint. Okay. So the approved items, again, that are ready for development. All right. So usually there is the status of the PBI, product backlog item, that can change from new to approved, so that during the sprint planning meeting, we can go through all the product backlog items and then pick the approved ones for the sprint development. So here's the example, which I took the screenshot from Agile DevOps. Okay, so this is one type of the sprint or backlog sprint management tool. So that's a new product backlog item looks like. Okay, so among different tools, the UI, UX, the details might be a bit different, but this is really a good example. So we got title of the product backlog item, we got the state, we got the reason, area, iteration, usually which sprint, usually we put date there. We can add tag to categorize that. And there will be descriptions, which could be user stories here. And there will be the acceptance criteria, which will be used for test cases. Okay, so there will be the priority of this PBI and the effort of this PBI. And the business value could be also put here, right? So in the future sessions, I'm going to talk about how we can calculate the importance of the PBI. So there is certain metrics to calculate that. All right. So, and there's the discussions. So once we review the PBI, the product backlog item, we can always add discussions so that we are going to track the history of how we add those descriptions, why they are there, how we modify the acceptance criteria, what's the reason for that, and so on, so that we can track the history of the discussions to make this product backlog item from not very clear to ready for development and implementation. Okay. And this page, that's the sample task. So that's the new task which attach to that product backlog item. Okay, so again, the title there, the state, read the new task, again, area, iteration usually the date. Okay, so that's the sprint, which sprint. We can add tag, we can add description for that task, which belongs to the PBI, product backlog item. Okay, and there's the priority for this task, and here most important remain work. So usually every day, if the task is not completed within 1 day, the developer will estimate the remaining work of this task. All right. So, and ideally, each task should be completed within 1 day or less. Okay. And here, of course, we can always put blocked, whether this task is blocked or not. All right. So that's this example of the new task. And at the end of sprint, okay, we'll have sprint review meeting. All right, so usually on Friday here, so we're going to demo the developed feature to business partners. All right, so demo the developed feature to business partners that we're going to review the result and move to the next sprint. All right, so business partners will provide feedbacks, which could be additional product backlog items that we add them to the product backlog list. Okay, so for example, some adjustment to the features we've developed, and if the feedback is important, then the new created product backlog item could be priority 1. Okay, so if it's less important, it could be we could mark it as lower priority. Okay, so those are the feedbacks. And then the same day, usually 25th, the Friday, we are going to have sprint retrospective meeting. All right, so within the meeting, the 3 topics usually will go through. All right, so what we've done well, what we've done wrong, improvements for the next sprint. So what we've done well, we would like to continue. Okay, and what we've done wrong, we need to list them and correct them. All right, so, and that will be the improvements for the next sprint so that we will do better for the next sprint. All right, so that's basically the overall, the activities within one sprint, and it will just be continue and continue and continue. All right, so that's everything for this session. That's everything for today's lesson. Please click like if you like this video and subscribe my channel. Thank you.